Welcome brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we're gonna be playing some more Hellraiser with Anim Pakal Thousandth Moon. For only 3, including 1 and Boros, we get a 1/2 legendary human soldier. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-known creatures, put a +1 counter on Anim. Then create X 1/1 gnomes that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1 counters on Anim Pakal. So this is going to be an aggressive deck. We are going to be rewarded if we play our commander. If we curve into our commander, we play either just a 1-drop or just a 2-drop. That's also good enough, so that when we play our commander, we immediately get some value out of him. Then we have ways to compound that value by playing cards like Bulwark Ox, maybe even Cosmocran Zenith, that also help us put even more counters on our commander, so we make even more gnomes out of the deal. Then we have ways to make the most use of those very gnomes, because we have cards like Rosie Cotton. Whenever a token enters, we may put a +1 counter on a creature that's not Rosie. So if these gnomes enter, we can put the counters either on the gnome themselves or on Anim for a later turn, get some more value out of it. We also have Halija. If we have at least 3 counters, or maybe just 4 mana, we can play Halija for Warp, play Anim Pakal, and immediately get to draw a card. And then when we get to the point where we are gonna be making 3 gnomes, or just maybe 2 gnomes, and play a creature regularly, we can draw a card from then on. We also have a couple of ways to buff our entire team. We have Flowering of the White Tree, Waystone Guidance gives attacking tokens +1/+0, World Leader Scrolls. Not only do we get +1/+1, but also when a creature enters, we deal 1 damage to our opponents. And we have Elspeth Stormslayer. If we were to create 1 or more tokens, we make twice that many tokens. And also, if we want to buff our entire team, we can 0 to put a counter on each creature we control and give them flying out in the left turn. We also have Enduring Courage. If we have the Courage out whenever we attack, if we make gnomes, then they are gonna be entering as 3/1s, which is also gonna be too much damage for our opponents. We have the Village Ballet. It's a 1/3 bot. Whenever another creature enters, we double its power until end of turn. So if we get enough gnomes, then this is just gonna become lethal in 1 turn probably. So our other aggressive creatures are gonna be stuff like Guide of Souls, Ajani, Ocelot Pride, Esper Sentinel, Giver of Runes, Mother of Runes, Hopeful Initiate, Druid Collector, Ragavan, Rahilda, Inti, Beldon, and Sky Knight Squire. The Squire, when another creature enters, we put a counter on it, and then eventually it's gonna get flying. We also have cheap interaction, Lightning Bolt, Swords to Plowshare, Patriarch Humiliation, Into the Rock since we are in Boros, and we have Invasion of Kovakan, just so we can look at our opponent's hand and protect our entire team. The Ox is also good for protecting our stuff, but it can only protect stuff that has counters on them. So if we have some cheap creatures and our commander, the Ox can just protect our commander essentially. So that's the deck. Now let's get into the queue and make some gnomes. We might be using Anointed Peacekeeper on Ursa. We see what they have. Counter spell. Without key on artifact. Oh, creature. We sold to their Ursa. We let it go. We bolt you. Then we get a land. I guess there was a better sequencing, but we don't have a creature for Kumano phases, so. And then plays Emry, and they have a couple of cards they can get.
There's a bright future ahead.
We can kill something here.
Your reckoning has come.
Guess this might be our opponent's last turn. Unless they kill Elspeth. And because of Elspeth, God also makes 2 skeletons instead of 1. We only need to sacrifice an artifact or creature, so we can even sacrifice our Power Stone. Intermoon from opponent.
Send on wings of light.
Yep. Okay. GG's. This was gonna make even more creatures. 10? No, 8. Right. Oh, GG's. Against Tajik. Okay, these are good cards, but our mana is bad. Cards are a little worse here, but we can still take some of them and play Ragavan. Okay, they trade. Leaf drum, quedan. We play recruiter. Solitude. Guess we respond by exiling the overseer. Oh. Let's wait. Oh, Stoneforge. What do they get with it? Berkeley. Against first sliver. Or is it slivers or... Guess we will see. It's probably control, I think, if they are in LQ. It's more likely that. Okay, so that's cultivate. Maybe we wait on that. One is all the way down to 10 life. One extra turn. Maybe that helps them play their farewell. Third turn. And the first sliver means they don't have too much going on. Good game. Yep. We were gonna invasion just in case they had something. And guidance is just gonna make everything more deadly. So GG's. Against Ragavan we need... Okay, Fury might do it, I think. Maybe not. If it doesn't do it, Ayani will probably be enough. And Mother of Drones if it survives. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna survive. Oath of Chandra.
Where shall we hunt today?
Opponent plays Screaming Nemesis. We wait. Double Seer. Do we want to go for it here? Tormentor's Helm, +1/+1. And damage when it's blocked. Working Needlehead. Like with all of these. The command zone. And kills the collector, but we have castle. Be Anthalia. Holy hit on Talia, but we can cast our commander. GG's. I guess. Prevent 2 of that damage. Yep. Against Ugin, we need to be even faster than this, I think. Force Cavern. I guess at least the gnomes can survive Ugin. So this is not terrible. Opponent rates here. Expedition map. Okay. So this means we are gonna get another turn before Ugin. With the invasion, I think we're gonna let it go. Return archive. Okay. Because we want to keep up where we wanted to keep the invasion for Ugin, so. But I think we win now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was enough, and I think almost all the tokens that were gonna enter. Yeah, it was gonna 19 just for the tokens, so we had lethal. Yes. Another Ragavan. So we start by playing Kithion, then Kumano and Swords. Hopefully we get another land and that's enough. no attacks so that we can present a blocker. Our opponent will try to remove it. And we will respond by... Okay, they don't remove it. And we have Anim Pakal as a 3/4. So we are gonna block with everyone. They need 2 pieces of removal if they want to kill. Okay. They play Shadow Spear and Bashstorm. Sentinel, but we cannot play it, so instead we play Ragavan. +1/+0. Okay, they concede. Against partners, we have land tax. Maybe that's enough. Okay, so they have the Revi, we need some removal for it. Let's hope we can get it. There we go, so... Here we play the ballet. Pass. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, we play Ruby Collector. Pakal. Have to exile. We're okay with that. Although I guess that means our opponent has 2-tap creatures now. Black Rescue Hulk. Let's go to the next one. They're gonna get a lot of value out of their Kill Hulk. One more Dragavan. I mean, at least we are positive against Dragavans overall. But this is far from ideal. Moxamber from opponent. Are they gonna bolt the valley? Screaming Nemesis. And we play Skyclip, take their Amber. Delia. Seems like they have a land, and they're gonna kill the apparition. GG's. I guess this is what happens in Hellraiser after all. Bunch of ragamans. Giada. I think we can beat Giada. I guess flowering will go. We Peacekeeper and Thousandth, Investigator, Stroke of Midnight. I think I want to name Stroke. Investigator, we get Anim Pakal. Opponent needs the Gnome, of course. Since they gain 2 life, they are not too worried about protecting for Peacekeeper. And, well, obviously they can attack with their Flying Vigilance. But I want to play Voice of Victory. Attack with everyone. What is opponent gonna play here? Herald of Vengeance. Ooh. Yep, I guess that was a reason to kill Giada first. But now we lose most of our board.
You not. One fewer foe. Even in this darkness, light will shine.
Enduring Courage. So that should be fun. Alright, that costs 2 less now. What are we trying to get with recruiters now? God, maybe. Backlay, possibly. Rosie. Play Rosie. We attack with everyone, I think. Yeah, I guess this were a mistake. I needed to put them on the other node, on the gnomes here. But it didn't matter, it was more than lethal, apparently. So, GG's Giada. Even though I messed up a little bit, or maybe a huge deal, by not killing Giada that time they played their Herald of Vengeance, we still pulled through. GG's. Azusa. So Rosie maybe will help us. Delighted Halfling. We should kill that. Then if we need to kill something else, we can Nox and Chain Lightning. Do they have a flash creature here? Once upon a time. Now we can Rosie and Chain Lightning and Susa. And I think we have it. Yep, GG's. Oof, finally Azusa is not as oppressive as it once was. Thank you for banning the strip mine. Atraxa Grand Unifier, and this type of deck is a deck that's made to beat us. So let's see how it goes. Complex, I don't think. Does this mean they have counterspell here? If they have removal, now they have to play it in their turn. Growth Spiral. Maybe we will lose on some value with Exorcise, but at least we're gonna be able to kill Traxa. Invasion here. Solitude, Uro. Can I play either of these cards? I think so. So we take Uro, I think. Now if they didn't draw a counter spell, we can magic and attack. And they drew another white card. Yeah, that one stings. They needed to mana side, I think. Or they didn't have white mana. That checks out. I get it, I get it. Now we play Anim Pakal, we have Boros Charm as a backup. Opponent can choose to delve here, whichever card they have. Boros Charm, Indestructible. And they delve. Treasure Cruise. Here we attack Invasion with Anim. Oh, I guess I needed to do it differently. It's okay though. Now I don't want to jinx it, but opponent needs Exile Wrath, Swords to Plowshares. That doesn't cut it. They play Kuro. And I guess they can surveil so they can cast Turo next. Or soon. Okay, I think that was enough. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. GG. Either it was enough or it was very, very close. So, GG's Atraxa. Atraxa. So we can invasion. Maybe Arabella. Yeah, I think we play Giver, then Arabella. Hopefully we get our third land. And if not, we just invasion. We go. Picks. I think we might send the initiate away. Let's play the Peacekeeper here. Trace down. Finding slaps. And one thing to remember is Dress Down is gonna somewhat get around Light Shield Array if they have enough mana for it. So I guess we take it with the invasion. Divine Purge. Yeah, maybe they have it. And Porsche, yeah, probably the only Wrath that can deal with this situation. If it was another destroy effect, I think we would have it. So I guess we concede now. GG's. Or Roscoe, we need protection. Maybe Feldon can. Now we definitely need something better than this hand. I guess we played the tap land here. I guess we need to duplex mana rock. A Peacekeeper here. They remanded, now they play Roscoe. Or Ristic Study. Edict Cyclonic. Witness Protection might not be the best call. Mother of Runes, Sackfair, Flowering. Yeah, we don't want them to Cyclonic for Overlord. But there's not much we can do about it at this point. Okay. Sí. Should be okay, I think. Lantax. So let's pass. Sterling Grove. I guess we will try to exile the grove and then fury something. If this comes back, I guess we name human. Let's invasion and massification. Chantress presence. Naturalist. Finale. They are gonna go off with their land tax, but now we have Lethal, I think. Okay, GG's. So that's gonna be it for today, and I have to admit, even though this commander is a little bit too powerful for not being in the Hell queue, I still think this is probably the worst one of the Boros you can play. Arabella is better, Ajani is better, and then Tajik is obviously also better, even though it's more expensive. The fact that it has indestructible really makes it just better. But that said, it's still, Anim Pakal is still capable of keeping up with the Hellq meta. If you draw the right cards at the right time, if you keep the right opening hand, you can beat most decks. Obviously, the only downside is if you are on the draw, your opponent has a Thoughtseize, maybe you just lose out on some value, or maybe some protection, the stuff that's gonna help you win, and you end up not winning. But other than that, like I said, really solid deck. But if you wanna play Boros, and if you're not doing Lobo with Anim Pakal, with Anim themselves, then just play either Arabella, Jenny, or Tajik. So thank you for watching, I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.